All right. Hey, let's play some Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Brad Appraiser. Help if I actually had the correct screen up. There we go. All right. Let's see, what am I doing? I don't know. All right. Hey there, beautiful deckhand. You get that letter over to Jean, did you? Like I said, you hate to see someone worrying over their loved ones. Yeah, glad we could put her mind at ease. Most mellow jobs head for yours to end up as mercenaries. Imagine there's quite a few set sail and never get word back some. Never get back home. Seems like old Zebo, Jaw's son's a decent lad, though. I tell you, all this has got me pining for me family. Left him back at Limsa, you see. Not that there's time for dilly-dally. Not when there's work which needs doing. Thanks for your help, adventurer. Yeah, sure. Kalauja. Kalauja. That's the right word. You spoke with the patrons, yes? Thank you. What did the people of Tuilalau have to say about the notion of an adventurer's guild? Well, they mostly don't see the reason. I see. See, some patrons will welcome the influx of people willing to aid them, but others are wary of unwelcoming some savoring characters to Shabu's tea. Rather more lukewarm response than I'd hoped for. It seems that first and foremost there's room for improvement with our current institutions. Besides, the patrons sound rather attractive to Shabu's tea they know and love. I have no doubt that an adventure guild would flourish here in Tural if only the concept were more familiar. Nevertheless, I fear the time is not yet ripe for such discussions. Introducing the guild without the necessary groundwork would likely prove counterproductive. For the time being, my colleagues now continue our deliberations. Thank you for your assistance, adventurer. Sure thing. Pasawari, that botanist. Up in Chitterell. Place I just was. Looks like where we're heading. Although I do need to get some stuff done at Limsa Laminsa. I meant to get those before I came back to Tyrol and forgot. Yeah, we'll climb up. Everyone is here. Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zoroja and secure peace for Tuilalau. We'll be passing through Sharolati. There have been reports of enemy movement, so stay sharp. All right. I was hoping it would move without taking me, but that's fine. No worries. The Landsguard has told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. The display of force, like the vessels in Tuilalau. Indeed. And why they haven't been taking any aggressive actions. I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Sherlonian Station. It's a perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Pietro and I know a few locals who can help. Yeah. Now let's divide into two groups. Ernville, LSA, and Pietro will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go and inspect the dome. Sure. Understood. Once everyone is finished, let us reconvene at Sherlonian Station. We can start with Horizonte. That's where the Dust Watch is based, and if I remember correctly. Will do, you'll do. The Sheriff Kamaka shall be able to tell us a few things. Way out to the northeast. Don't worry about that just yet. Tumbleclaw. Oh, it's you. And I'll be Lamata as well. You're the Sheriff of Dustwatch, yes? What's the situation here in Horizonte? Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. The ships gave us a shock when they first appeared, but they've been just floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked in on Shorazina Springs just yet. Apparently mechanical soldiers are seen in the vicinity. What? If this is true, then the people are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. If the rest of you could head to the springs, I'll pay a visit to Noah right outside or so. I'll accompany Ed there. See you all there in a while. Good day to you, traveler. Hey, you look like you're no stranger to danger. If so, I got a job for you. Lately, we've been inundated with flying papados. Don't let the name fool you, nasty little critters. We laid out some repellent a while back, but the effect seems to be wearing off. Ever since that enormous dome up here, we've got all sorts of trouble to deal with. I just can't find the time to lay down any repellent. That must be why them damn potatoes keep showing up in droves. At this rate, the whole place will be overrun. I'll go out there and spread the repellent myself, but they make a meal of me lickety split. Reckon you could take care of it for me? Oh, and the repellent doesn't take effect right away. So any flying papados already there, I'll probably need color the old-fashioned way. If you could take care of that, too, you'd be doing us all a huge favor. Sure. Excuse me, sir, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but you're one of those venturesome travelers I've heard so much about, aren't you? I'm looking to help procuring tuna. It's well loved by connoisseurs of fruit, but what I require is no ordinary tuna. No, the fruit I'm after is particularly fruitful nopala tender. And while I'd normally be happy to go out and hunt for it myself, they're as big as a house. I'd be stomped into the ground or impaled before I could even get close. If you're willing, take this powder and sprinkle it about the field in the north of town. One of those bastards are sure to show up before long. Sure. I got you, fam. Spread some flying papato repellent. curious than a pretender powder. And we just wait for our death. Grabbed us some succulent-looking tuna. Some hostile presence. Wild flying papado. Effective. More flying papado repellent. Fortunately, it was unable to fly. It's as fast as we can go in our bird. There you are. Any luck with it now, Palapanda? There you go. Your palatender. Oh, you actually did it. Oh, I've never seen such juicy tuna. They're said to promote good health, you know. My parents would give them to me on special occasions when I was a kid, so it's believed to help fortify a child's constitution. In fact, I've heard the Chatoa crush up the stalks to use in weaning. That's why I hope to procure this rare treat, not teat. Very different. It's nearly my daughter's name day, and I thought this might cheer her up, considering all that's happened recently. I don't have much, but please, take this. You've more than earned it. Thanks. All done. That'll keep them away for a while, at least. You see, until we figured out how to make a repellent out of the bitter-smelling juices, those papados would wreak havoc on our crops our crops. They're different. Eat our renonic. Heck, they even tried to take a bite out of more than one of the residents. We tried asking the Duskwatch to come deal with them, but they don't want to get involved with wild colors and tubers. Setting up a perimeter fence was another option, only we're short on people and building materials. That's why we came up with the repellent. Anyway, I don't need to be chewing your ear off like all that. You done us a good turn, and we won't soon forget it. Let's see, Archer. Where was my Archer mission? I think I gotta do that one too. Founder's Reach. Okay, we'll work on that next chance we get as well. Did it by feel is not working. All right. Heading in the right direction to the next one. Gotta avoid those grassland worms. Don't want to get worms. We're good there. Just to the east, huh? Alright. You talked me into it. Southeast. Should be able to see it soon. There it is. Okay, 498 yalms to the north. Also got some gathering to do around here too. I found the last unique calf. Hey, remember whenever we died trying to save this thing earlier? Whoa. Last unique calf, as you expected. But escort the unique calf back safely to its owner. She failed to defend the calf and moved too far away. It'll return to the starting position. You may rendezvous with it and try again. Come on, calf, you still with me? Alright. Alright, calf. Follow me. And there we go. Whoa. Still with me, calf? Ah, there you are. You returned the calf. Well, relieved to see Hisso agreed. You'd be surprised how often Ronique calves go astray. In most places, they simply fall prey to some fiend, such is the way of nature. Though if you manage to get there full of fiends and raise a calf from a young age, they make excellent beasts of burden. I'm not suggesting you go so far as to kill a calf's parents and single one out. Yeah, I do make a point of trying to rescue any stragglers that come across. The way I see it, the way I see it, that's as much a part of nature as any other fate a roadie could meet. Thank you, traveler, for bringing this one back safe and sound. I shall do my utmost to take care of it. Mm. Okay, I need to pick up 3 more, and then 2 more tasks. Welcome back, traveler. Oh, what is it you have there? Got some fresh veggies for you. Oh, fresh and plump. These look delicious. But clearly my sister's been hard at work. I suppose you're wondering why I had you deliver that horn. It came from an old Ronique bull that recently passed away. He was our Hitso, one of the many creatures we Hitsuro seek guidance from throughout our lives. My sister and I, our souls are bound together through that Ronique. So too in death as much in life. One horn I gave to my sister, the other horn I keep with me. It struck me as a fitting symbol of our connection. I'm sure she understood. She may have moved her Sui, but she's still in sorrow. Nothing will ever change that. Anyway, judging by your message, expect a visit from her any day now. Just prepare a feast to welcome her back home. Thank you, traveler. We sisters are fortunate to have met you. Your girl? Oh, well. Wrong voice. It's fine. "94 moms to the east." Right there. All right. There should be 2 more. 283 moms to the east, on the other side of the lake. 2 more? 2 more. Six monkeys. Yep, right on the other side of the lake, right where we thought it was. We'll talk to the impetuous youth on our way there. Then we got 1 more of those, and then we're good. Sorry to trouble you, but how good are you at diving? I'm a lot better than most people. Want you to breathe underwater? Oh, in that case, you're everything I'd hoped for. Better, in fact. All right, then. Here's the embarrassing part. When I was fishing, I somehow managed to drop an irreplaceable ring into the lake. I scrambled to catch it before it sank, but it was too late. I tried diving in to search for it, and to find the lake is far too deep. I can't hold my breath long enough to reach the bottom, never mind find a ring while I'm down there. Please, help me get back my precious dusk ring. It's actually paired with another, this dawn ring. Our enchantment changes the stones blue when close and red when close-ish. In other words, you can use the stone's color to find my lost dusk ring. It means the world to me if you can bring it back. Alright, I'll get to work on that. But first, an aether current. We'll just see kind of how far the other one is away. (1,247 yalms to the west, so a ways.
Towery. Just like the water, the movements that make up life rush past in the blink of an eye. In recognition of this truth, it's sorrow of giving the river which runs through Saloni the name Nokwarpi, the swift current of time. The two lakes which it flows are in turn named the morning and the evening, with Lake Towery alluding to the former. Thunder does not respond. Dust seems to be on the location entirely. Grows a faint blue. We must be near the dusk ring. Glows red. You must be somewhat near the dusk ring. Vibrant blue. Try to search the location for the dusk ring. On here somewhat. Ah, there it is. Found the dusk ring. Ha 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 ha. All right. Let's go this a ways. You found it. Oh, I can't believe it. Before I go get all giddy with excitement, could I have both rings, please? Sure. Dawn ring and dusk ring. Here you go. That's it. That's my dusk ring. Oh, I don't know how to thank you. Now I can finally propose to my beloved. The tale passed down in my family tells of a man, one of our ancestors, who grasped the dawn and dusk rings to express his heart's desire to his true love. The magical bond that exists between the two rings joins them as a pair, much like dawn and dusk themselves. Ever since, these rings have become the traditional gifts given to our marriage proposals. And now my time has finally arrived. Oh, I'll never forget what you've done for me. I'm sure to tell my future children all about it, and my children's children. But take care. Finalize the subaquatic voyage.
Definitely seems kind of ominous, doesn't it? Two of these aspices and then have to deal with the other aspis when it appears. That's going to go really well. I'm going to say goodbye to Peter. And down we go. Okay, before we leave here, let's get this top corner, and then we'll actually get that stuff we need to go in Limsa Lominsa. What else do we need? Not a lot, right? Got Manderville. Limsa Lominsa and Ralger's Reach. With Healer and Monk in Limsa Lominsa. Alright. To Limsa Lominsa. Alright.
Grave news, Peter. We just received word from Candlekeep Quay is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral will ask you to deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signifier. Company of heroes awaits your orders.
Yeah. Let's go kick some butt.
Candlekeep Quay. Both Linderbrink and Noah will be extended close by. What are your instructions? Leonard Nail is a hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Linderbrink is a calm and calculated hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to the tasks suiting their skills. So L, go into battle. U, stand away. Okay, drive the crushing tide away. Consider it done, Commander. See residents of Candlekeep Quay to safety. Understood? The rest of us will head there at once. I'll tell the Admiral that you and the company of heroes are on their way. Godspeed. Oh, Peter, am I glad to see you. I just received word from Welsers and Zerrig. Our culprits have finally been spotted. It seems the thieves headed for the upper Lunasha. I offered to make my way there as soon as I could, but Welsers and Zerrig said that I should hang back for now. Once they've gathered enough information, we'll be heading back to Alaport. Let's go and see what news they have to share. Sure. Let's do it. Morby Dry Docks it is. Worry not, the tide has already ebbed. Maybe follow my meaning. Tide has turned, huh? Perhaps you're curious how your men carried out your orders. You'll be pleased to hear that Lendell led the attack to his characteristic aplomb, dancing amongst his foes with such speed and ferocity they were dizzying to watch. I took care of that, didn't I? Well, not, we've made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffers so much as a scratch. I took care of my job. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. Yeah, awesome. The battle is over, I see. It's good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Quay? I spit on your questions, you filthy shore walker. I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist. So you would torture us. You shore walkers are all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you. Torture? Please, we're not so uncivilized as all that, my slippery friend.
Brayflox's shiny treasure will have Fishman trading tongue flaps in no time.
Allow me to explain. Chamonix Lomani and Brayflox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. Chamonix has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and an knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Brayflox, on the other hand, well, her methods can be unconventional, to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. Chamonix Lomani's my man. But of course, Commander, watch as I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger. You tell me you're kind of particularly fond of Lushan oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed with our latest harvest? This is another glass, Shorewalker. I demand it in return for the crimes you've committed against my spawn brothers. A mere glass, my friend? Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us the answers we seek. We have a deal, Shorewalker, for a cask of that blissful beverage. I will tell you all of my secrets.
again I ask, why did you target Candlequeep Quay?
Dow himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for assault on the city.
He means to attack Limsa Laminsa itself, but with your numbers that would be folly.
Speaker Dow commands power beyond the comprehension of you mere shorewalkers.
We've dealt with your Leviathan before.
You misunderstand. Speaker Dow says it's with greater power still, the very first to be blessed by our Lord.
The blasphemy. Tell me where Dow is.
An island far to the south and east. There he performs the rite which will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory.
Thank you for your cooperation. I suspect Dow is hiding somewhere in the Consolidanes, a deserted isle, most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily? We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Dow has found some way. Ready a ship. We'll set sail for the Solidanes at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you're ready.
All right, let's do this. Well, I'm Shermani and Brayflash continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friend here will still be hiding something from us.
Hey there, Marwell. Everyone is here? Good. We'll make for the Calaдаnes in search of Dow's hideout. Our friend Noel will be waiting for us there. The blasphemy, too, may be present. Be vigilant. Keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do you have any words to your men in the eve of battle?
All for one, and one for all.
Can't say I've heard that motto before.
All right. At any rate, let's be about it.
We meet again, Dow. Where's the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness. By the gods.
Speak of the bloody devil. There it is, the dread beast I saw beneath the waves.
The source of our woes.
Oh, my head.
The echo of all the times. Defend the commander.
I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Limsa Laminsa and even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive his blessings anew. This I would gladly do had our stock of crystals not run dry. Spanning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How might I birth a new brood when my children stand divided? Who dares enter the sacred chamber? Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sagine who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to spare these lands with us, that we may have peace, and we would have spawning grounds. Could this be true? Lies, do not be deceived by these one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. Shorewalkers are oath-breakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter. Oh, for a blessed moment I felt the faintest tinge of hope. You are right, Tao. We are demons. We are damned. Oh, for woe, my poor children have lost their faith, their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the world and cast their lot with the enemy. 'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and seek to the ocean floor to rot and decay. Thou, dearest of my children, you tell me then that we have no future. How can I bring new life in this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? How can this bear this unbearable sadness? I cannot. What is happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself. Such power, such beauty, a blessing from Lord Leviathan himself.
That's unfortunate. Well, this is a blasphemy, huh? I can't see what all the fuss is about. Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now's the time.
Sure. Strike her down, my queen. Send the Shorewalkers and their honorless leader to their death.
What's happening? I can't feel my legs.
Why, Mother? Are we not your children, too? That seems like a problem.
Damn it, we cannot weather another blow like the last. I still don't know what in the Seven Hells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going to go down without a fight. Steady. The beast is feeding on our aether. We'll not survive a fight head-on. And, oh no, remember the company's stratagem will face the overwhelming odds. Run away! Retreat, retreat. Get yourselves a bloody house out of here. Is that the leader? Damn it all. We had much better luck holding back the tide. How goes it, friends? This is what I normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well. We barely escaped with our lives. I think that damn beast had the power to stop us in our tracks. Literally. How do we know of the creature's origins? What do you know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin, as you suspected? Mayhap the echo afforded Peter some insight.
Unfortunately, it's the mother Sahagin, the brood mother. They won't have any more children.
Those villainy knows no bounds, sowing seed of despair to our Queen Mother's heart, that she might transform into that monstrosity. If she was the first to turn, then there was nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear his words served as a catalyst. If we killed the blasphemer, it would be tantamount to killing the Sahagin's queen. That's not going to endear us to them one bit. I cannot turn my spear against the marrow birthed me, let alone take her life. Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Well, not for them, we'd all be dead. I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I'll order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find the means to overcome the beast's formidable offense.
I'll leave that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest of odds. To defeat the enemy, you must first know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what did you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? Yeah, the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether is the most useful piece of information we gathered. I concur. Now that we know how the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that's not all we learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be at such a place. Our only chance, I dare say. I'll send scouts to identify any and all large caravans in coastal areas that could serve as a shelter for such a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, and to have any hope for peace with this Sahagin, it's a battle we must win. All of our strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed. All right, let's go. It's potty time. Be right back.
spammy commercial feeling off while I was gone. Come, let's say our findings of the maelstrom.
All right.
Now that we've seen what the blasphemy is capable of for ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that we must be slain. Reach out to all the trade ships entering into party limbs and inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. Given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust the company of heroes and Peter. Experienced primal slayers will find a way. And yet I would leave no source untapped. There's one more whose expertise I would call upon, if he'll agree. Even Wellestek is at a loss of his former command whereabouts, but mayhap Elazar would offer some guidance. No doubt you're still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you're able. When we're ready to take further action, you'll hear from me. Till then, take care.
Sure.
All right. Taste of a toxin paradise. Been living most of our lives, living in a toxin paradise. Shikana. No sign of Varun Zerg yet. I don't mean to assume the worst, but I admit I am a bit worried. I knew I should have insisted on going. I don't want them injured on my behalf. I say we head out and find them.
Sure.
So, Shana, terribly sorry for the delay. Sam, Zerg, thank goodness. How'd you fare out there? You found our elite in Kurokawa, yes?
Oh, we found them all right. It didn't take long for them to find us.
We were to set up outside Kurokawa's mammoths. His mechanical menagerie greatly outnumbered us. May very well have been our end.
Death by mammoths is not the ideal way to go, mind you, so a retreat was our only option. Cowardly though it may sound, we needed to ensure we could keep you aware of the culprit's whereabouts. Before they spotted us, they were stuffing their little metal army into a skiff bound for Camp Bronze Lake. And mark my words, they're planning something new.
Of course, it's entirely possible they seek a quiet route to eastern Lenosha and wish to bypass Bronze Lake instead. But a thorough search of the camp would be wise. Alas, the enemy you face is far beyond our capacities and capabilities, so thus is as far as Wosalem and I were able to go. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more decisive information. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. You've risked life and limb for me already. I never meant to push you past your limits.
You needn't dwell on it. We're as eager as those criminals, bringing those criminals to justice as you are.
Indeed, we shall at least take pride in knowing we could point you in the right direction. But we should take our leave for now. Asylum and I ran most of the way here, and I think I can speak for both of us to say that we could use a comfortable chair and a hearty meal. None can gainsay your strength, my friend, but I beg you not to underestimate that of your foe. Go well, and may your determination guide you to victory.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Camp Bronze Lake. The ferry skipper spoke of the place my first time here. We should hurry and seek passage before Elaret and Kurokawa elude us again.
Sure. To Camp Bronze Lake.
lovely camp. Now, if I were a half-crazed alchemist with a heartstring and a new scheme up my sleeve, where would I hide? At the top? Is it just me or are there pigs flying in the sky? It hurts to laugh. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. To the upper levels, Peter. Hurry. Poisoning the springs. You truly are the lowest of the low. Oh, you flatter me. It was just a little poison, really, as a treat. I'm afraid I couldn't contaminate all the waters here, but we're having so much fun with our shiny new hallucinatory toxin. Stay away from the springs, Peter. Now. Protecting the healer, are we? How sickeningly sweet are you? But you ought to watch your step as well, my dear fairy apple, lest you find yourself seeing stars, Ellerette, is that a miss? Adorable. Kanakawa, you look absolutely hideous. Oh, I should say adorable. Oh, you're quite as bonny as a porcelain doll. The hell's you on about? Oh, very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I believe I may have poisoned myself. Now that's a predicament. But guess what? You recall those antidotes I prepared at the base? Because I've forgotten to bring them. Now you're your own worst enemy, you know that? I suggest we retreat before you dive headfirst into the springs for fun. Unbounded scum. Do you think we'll allow you to walk free after all the chaos we've caused? Well, yes, actually. Have you seen Ellerette? She's in no state to contend with you, and I've never been one for rough and tumble. Of course, you're welcome to give chase, provided you have no qualms about leaving these poor souls to laugh themselves senseless. Oh, retreat though we must. I make all the day a resounding success. Worry not, my dearest bushel of busybodies. We've plenty more tricks for you in the entire island. Team Rocket blasting off again. There isn't any toxins in the water anymore. So the springs should be safe again. Will the toxins affect the wildlife? Seeing as Ellerette suffers from the taste of her own medicine, I doubt she's mastered much of the heartstring's power. As such, any poison she produces will be relatively weak. Most of her handiwork was already evaporated with the steam. One might compare it to the way the awful unbound smoke bombs dissipate, and thank goodness they do. In more capable hands, however, the heartstring's poison remains active unless dispelled with Isuna or some other antidote. The same permanence applies to its cleansing abilities for our food. Now, there's much on my mind, but I think we've got bigger problems to address first. Let's make our rounds of the camp and talk about our next steps. I'm going to take a look around the springs to ensure the toxins are gone for good. Could I ask you to treat any victims you come across? Sure. Everything hurts. Someone please end this misery.
some essenaf for you.
Much appreciated, sir. I wasn't anywhere near the water when I was poisoned, but the toxic steam must have drifted this way. When I heard the rumblings about mysterious mammoths roaming about the camp recently, I was more than a little apprehensive, but I never imagined those mammoths' masters would do something so cruel. Your efforts are helping us put the turmoil behind us, and for that, you have my thanks. I can't simply let you administer this aid alone. I should tend to the remaining victims as well.
All right.
Until next time, sir. Please make it stop. I can't breathe. Listener toxins comes with a fits of unending laughter. Dispel the ailment with listener, please. That's cornrows, bro. Thank the gods. I wasn't expecting to nearly laugh myself to death in a place meant for healing, but at least I can breathe easy again. I hear you're chasing after the ones who did this. Either very brave or very reckless, but I'm inclined to assume the former. Any road, all that laughing has exhausted me, so I may as well take a break from my soak. Thank you again for your kindness, and may the navigator keep you.
Sure.
See ya. What comical costumes you all wear. What humorous dances to dance. It's just all too much to bear. It's all too much to bear. There we go. Toxins altering your vision. Dispel our ailment with us, now. Oh, my costume compatriots, they're gone. Farewell, my visions. May you revel on in my memory. They say laughter's the best medicine, though I feel far worse than before. Many thanks for putting an end to it.
Sure.
I think I've earned myself another soak and an extra flagon of mulled wine. Pleasant travels to you, Healer.
Is that all of them? Looks like it. Hey, Lushkaka. Lushkana? Yeah, Lushkana.
How goes the healing, Peter?
Oh, it's all right.
Wonderful. I'm glad Essen proved effective. For my part, that's the right voice, I've given the springs a thorough look. The toxins have dissipated completely, so the bathers should be safe from here on out. As for Elaret and the Kodakawa's antics, I've had a moment to reflect on everything. Now that our work is done, do you have a moment to chat?
Sure.
I'm well versed in the numbing and blinding poisons we have in our hunts at home, but something keeps troubling me about Elaret's toxin. I've never seen anything like it. No idea if it even existed amongst the Scorpion's gifts. Elaret may be inexperienced, but the fact that she's learned to inflict hallucinations is cause for concern. Still, we should try to look on the bright side. She's yet to discover the heartstrings' flensing properties, judging by the way she couldn't cure her own ailments. Knowing her as we do, I reckon she only has toxic trickery in her mind. Kanakawa, however, handled himself surprisingly well, despite his exposure. Do you recall the man from Limsa Lumenza who ate the poisoned apple? He claimed Kanakawa took a bite, yet never suffered its ill effects. He must have some manner of immunity. But how?
Traditional Dunesfolk families often drink poison teas to help build tolerance.
How intriguing. So instead of using an heirloom like the heartstring, the Dunesfolk train their bodies to endure fatal toxins. I'm interested to try that tea as long as they have an antidote on hand. I didn't realize Kanakawa might have had that sort of upbringing, but it would certainly explain why Elaret's tricks don't seem to affect him. Few in the village would ever think of consuming potentially lethal food or drink without drawing on the heartstring's power. Yet the Dunesfolk do it gladly. The more I consider our differing approaches to poison, the more fascinating it becomes.
But I have a feeling the bathers won't want to overhear talk of poisons after what they've just been through. Why don't we continue our discussion in Limsa Laminsa? Sounds like a plan. Limsa Laminsa Laminsa. I knew I've been anxious to ascertain the thief's whereabouts, but things escalated far quicker than I thought. Your presence throughout the whole ordeal was a welcome one, Pietro. What was not so welcome was Velarette's parting words. Whatever she has planned for the whole island, it cannot be good. Her acts of vicious have only grown worse since I arrived in the city. We must take the heartstring back before she causes any lasting harm. Of course, it was Guasoloma and Zerog's efforts that led us to Velarette, so I have to thank them when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to track down our unruly thieves and report to you as soon as I'm able. All right. Mark both of those as done. Now, Rugger's Reach. Hey, soldier. Peter, I heard something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find him. Give me a moment, would you? Sure. Sorry to keep you waiting. When she told me she'd been sent to assistant, I never would have guessed it would be a savior of Alamigo himself. Or something of a local celebrity, I take it. I just saved the realm once or twice or 3 times. I think 4. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Sure. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind the spate of recent incidents in Alamigo. What's more, it appears the Chateau fight is part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids at trade caravans headed here from Gradania. We've increased its patrols along that route, but the bastards strike so quickly they've usually made good of their escape by the time it arrives. On the rare occasions we've caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send us sprawling. That's the Sea Dog vessel. It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it, Chateau Fight, it said something about using its power to help the oppressed and destitute. What do you think he meant by that? That sounds familiar. The reports say the thieves are shouting something along those lines during their raids. They claim the merchants are overworking and underpaying their laborers, and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helps the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence that anyone's being exploited. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. In any case, their reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for that, we'll have to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred near Porta Praetora, one of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you'd best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, I'll send word ahead to let her know that you're coming, assuming you are, that is. Oh, yes, of course. Much appreciated. Mm-hmm. Till later. Yeah, see ya. That sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lay of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making the journey by myself. I'll see you there. Sure. Porta Pretora. Good, you're both here. My colleague at the Reach had told me everything. I can confirm we'd had several sightings of Chateau Fight and his gang in recent days. They're even taken to ambushing our patrols. Whereas most brigands would flee from armed and armored soldiers, this lot seemed to be taking pleasure in goading us into attacking. The treasure they carry makes them invulnerable. It can also emit a devastating blast, but that's only effective at short range. Chateau Fight wants to draw your soldiers in close quarters, because there they stand no chance. Well, that explains our uncommon boldness. Thank you. This information will go far in helping us contend with the bandits. I'm sorry to interrupt. Who might you be? Oh, simple peddlers, my good lady. I myself am of Gradanian stock, and after learning my craft in the markets of Ul'dah, I now deliver all manner of finery to eager patrons throughout Eorzea. But enough about that. I hope you'll forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing you mention a gang of highwaymen. We've heard similar tales from other traders passing through, and it seems some stretches of road are more dangerous than others. In fact, the bandits are most often seen in a specific location not far from here. If you like, we can take you there ourselves. Please, by all means. Wait, Peter can take care of himself, but I can't allow any more civilians than necessary to an area believed to be teeming with bandits. I seem to have no choice but to ask you to go without me. Sorry, but if those highwaymen do turn up, I wouldn't be much good in a fight. While you head off to investigate, I'll see if there's any more information to be had here. Sure. Then it's settled. I shall leave our newfound friend in your capable hands. What? If you say so. I suppose we should be on our way then. If we do run into those highwaymen, you'll protect us, right? Oh yeah, sure. I hear they're walking around in like brown cloaks, brown tunics with cloaks over top. One's headed your way now. You know what to do. What? Unacceptable. If you do this without my help, I'll find someone who can. Show some backbone for once. They say that the trader had purple hair and was Elizin and looked exactly like the guy who just left. Weird. We're almost there, just on the other side of this gully. Actually, if it's all the same to you, we'll wait here while you go on ahead. This is already more than close enough for my liking. Sure, why not? What just hit me? Us two are doing the same mission at the same time. Hi, guys.
You beat them? All of them? How very fortunate. Well, then, I'd best contact the boss. I'm sure he'll want to know all about this. No doubt he's still talking to your friend and the commander. They'll be glad to hear you've come to no harm.
Indeed.
And never guess what, boss? He trounced a lot of them. Yes, understood. I'm not sure why, but he said he'll be here in a jiffy.
All right, cool. Is it true you beat them all single-handedly? Oh, yeah, it was easy. These guys suck. Apparently their leader's a loser.
Gods be good. I'm glad you're on our side. Anyway, I'll take it from here. My, very impressive. And how jolly convenient for those villains to appear exactly where we thought they would. But above all, I'm glad no one was hurt. Well, no one important, that is.
I'm relieved to see that everyone is safe. It must have taken a lot of courage to bring Peter here, knowing the danger might be lurking around every corner. I'm sure you're all right. If you're putting a brave face on for our benefit, there's no need, I assure you.
No. We're fine. We couldn't be better. Well, I'd say that's enough excitement for one day. We'd best continue on our way to the Alamegan quarter. Wares to sell, deals to broker, that sort of thing. I dare say it'll be some time before ne'er-do-wells have the gall to descend upon this neck of the desert. And as for you, my friends, I'd advise you not to stray too far from the beaten path, if you know what's good for you. Ta-da!
Well, there's nothing left for us to do here, so let's head back to Porta Pretora. Sure, why not? Well, that was all very strange. One moment they're helping us apprehend criminals, and the next they're racing off to peddle their wares elsewhere. Merchants surely are a busy lot, aren't they? Not that I'm complaining, of course. With those suspects in custody, they're sure the resistance will be able to wring some valuable information from them. I expect all that ringing will take some time, and, well, looks like we've been given the opportunity for a little rest. You certainly earned it.
Sure. Porta Pretora. The robber's reach. Okay. Time to go to Snakes on a Train line.
Oh, there it is. That's it, right? Yep. Sun just went down. Hey, we got a path to the top. Hot dog. Hey, railroad engineer. What's up? Can I help you with something? Yeah, apparently I'm supposed to come up here and talk to you. Oh, it's that time already, is it? Sorry you had to traipse all the way out here for an encounter with me. It's so easy to lose yourself in this wonderful view. Why don't you take a moment and look around while you're up here? Stunning, isn't it? The plains, the settlements, the great bridge to Tuileries, all in a single sweep of your gaze. The place has changed so much in the last few years. I know some find the transformation unsettling, but for me, I can't help but feel excited. Still, I don't want to forget all the way things were before. That's why I came here so often, to commit the scenery to memory before it changes again. Tell you the truth, that dome showing up has put me on edge. But I think there'll come a day when I get used to the sight of it. I hope. Anyway, I better get back to work. Thanks for coming to check up on me. Please give my apologies to the foreman. What happens? Mount Loizaka. The ancestors of Toka are said to have stood atop the rocky plateau, puffing on rolled tobacco as they commune with the wind and the land. From a natural vantage point, one can see clear across the Oasis over the boundless. Whee! Hostile presence. Get the Elder Aspis. So close. No matter how far. That's a hoodie. In there now. All right. Okay, household cleaning supplies. $97%. We got nothing. I need 4 more. Yes, 3 minutes. So about 2:02 or so. That's 3. 3 to go. Okay, I got my 6. PlayStation 1 times 5.
And all clear this way. Mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in the area. Still, we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. Mechanical soldier shows no signs of life. It appears to be run through with a pole arm. That's how you deal with killer robots. You just spear the suckers.
Hey there, railroad clerk.
Oh, you're the one that helped us the other day. Well, Lika and the others are out investigating. They confirmed that the Wicca is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. Those who are riding the train then are just fine, but we don't know what's become of those disembarked on Yorosane. What a mess. Just after we finished fixing the tracks.
Peter, Kim, as you can see, we're doing all right. After those ships appeared in the sky, soldiers Cloud and White showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt them all in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never had the chance to ask his name. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yosani. He hadn't heard from anyone out there. Hope the meet goes well. Hey, what's up?
You heard about the spearman as well. That couldn't be anyone else. What's this? Someone spreading more gossip about me?
It's a wandering Ronin.
Talk of how I saved the town travels fast. That's not to discount the help of my friend here, of course. He gave those machines a real beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? You are indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automatons particularly strong. But are the rumors true? Kurul Jaja is slain? I'm afraid so. Zorulja used some dirty tricks to get the better of him. We'll make him pay for what he's done. Mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
I see. With your contingent, we won't lack for strength. In which case, I'll remain in Shaloni and keep an eye on things. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before you set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Kawana. Kawana? Your brother? Wait a second, you're the Vow of the Resolve. I am. And yours, old Noah, right? I'm counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Oh, absolutely. If one of these hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gunner Shonai, after all. Peter can attest.
Oh, yeah. That's good at shooting people.
Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloi in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away, then. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything reckless. Wasted words, huh? Just do what comes naturally. Right then. It's time we headed to the station and joined the others. Melancholy fucker. Say there, traveler. You come here for me Ozzy by any chance?
I did.
Just as I thought. If it ain't too much to ask, I could use your help. Truth is, I'm about to go pay my respects at my friend's grave, and I think they'd appreciate having someone from Ozzy give any little prayer. It's not far from here. A little ceremony in the outskirts of town. I'll wait for you there, and I promise I won't keep you long. Let's get our home point, in case we die, which we've shown a propensity for doing.
I'm quite good at it.
Well, look at you, bold as brass and twice as tough, I'd wager. Maybe you could help me out. See, I moved here a few years ago, came into the cerulean business, but before that, I worked as a miner over at Dawntrail. Back then, I had me a favorite pickaxe, and I got engraved into it. I figured I had no more use for it, so I left it behind, but with all the recent turmoil, I found myself pining for it, and as a reminder of the time when life was simpler. I'd go and get it myself, and the whole place wasn't swarming with cutthroats, and that's where you come in. You look like you could hold your own, or at least manage to sneak in and grab a pickaxe before any of them notice you. Think you could give it a try?
I mean, I could.
Hey, you, traveler. Come here down Torello Road, right? Happen to see a woman on the road, maybe nursing a limp, sore head, something such?
Not really, no.
No sign, huh? I work here at the refinery, and it seems when I have a problem. It's a friend of mine, Cayamena. She set out in Torello not long back, but only her runner returned, pulling an empty wagon. Was thinking the animal just got spooked by something. Sent Cayamena sprawling into the dust and hightailed her back here, but if you don't see her, say, you couldn't go take a look, could you? I'd go myself, but 2 hands down as it is.
Well, sure, I could do that.
Thanks, friend. She's taking the cargo of Cerulean to the trailhead. You know the way, right? Just take the road southeast from town, and she'll be somewhere along it. If you find her, tell her to get her hind back here as quick as she can. We got some work to do. All right, see you. You're not from Tyrol, are you? I have a feeling your worldly experience will come in handy. As you may have noticed, we produce a lot of ceruleum here, but did you know the resin that comes from it is a byproduct that we use to make carbon fiber? From what I hear, outfits woven into stuff are all the rage over in Ilsabard. Hoping to keep up with the latest trends, we made some of this fiber ourselves and even made a set of work clothes from it. I was hoping you could act as our model. Once you're all dressed up, I'd like you to get the opinion of the Pelo cloth merchant down at the station and find out if there's money to be made in such a design. Just let me know when you're ready. All right, then, let's get you dressed. Bear in mind, it's some of our prototypes, so don't worry if it looks rough around the edges. Clean these garments in order to progress. Change your normal garments if you move too far away. Your map for garments areas change of effect. Check with the refinery engineer to restore or prolong the garment change.
Hey there, fellow cloth merchant. Can I help you? What's those things? Carbon fiber, you say? Originally developed by the Gallians, as I understand. But your garb is made of similar material, I see. Certainly looks very appealing. There are more important factors to consider, namely durability and flexibility. Would you be so kind as to dance for me? Yes, you heard me correctly. Dance. Merely wish to see the fabric in motion. I am too nice for these people. Very good. Robust enough to withstand such vigorous flailing, yet sufficiently flexible to minimize ease of movement. There was, however, one glaring flaw. The cloth appears to be susceptible to fraying, which could cause irritation when it comes in contact with the skin. Even so, I imagine this material has its uses, provided such uses are carefully selected. Should it become possible to mass-produce the fiber, there's a high chance of similar wares turning a profit. Please pass my regards to the designer and tell him that I would be willing to discuss this venture further. So how'd it go? Wow, first things first, I'm taking back the clothing samples if it's all the same to you. All right, sure. You mentioned mass production, did he? As things stand, we'd have to make each item by hand, which is not only inefficient. It means we need to charge a higher price. We'll need to look into simplifying the process. Come to think of it, he's already relying on machines for all kinds of things, so why not this too? Of course, that would require a huge investment, but you have to spend money to make money, just like the railroad company did. Maybe we should take a leaf out of the book. I wonder if they're willing to invest in our enterprise. No harm in asking, I suppose. I thank you for your help, by the way. I'm glad you could make it, truly. This here ceremony is a resting place of all kinds of folks. It's born and raised nearby and buried alongside those who came from far and wide. You see, my friend, he's a sailor from Eorzea. Well, to be precise, he was a ship's engineer, and he came here to teach people how to operate a whole host of machinery. But even with proper training, it's a dangerous line of work, and he was killed in an accident. As you can imagine, we don't get lots of folks from Eorzea here, and it would mean the world to me if someone from his homeland could offer him a prayer. What do you say? Kneel for the grave and pay respect. Well, that's the way Eorzeans honor their dead. Simple, but beautiful. To tell the truth, I wanted to see it firsthand and learn how to do it myself. It's part of the reason I wanted to bring you here. Very grateful for you sharing this custom with me. From now on, whenever I come to pay him prayers, I'll remember what you just showed me. Sure.
undecorated pickaxe. It doesn't have anything engraved on it, besides the usual scratches one might expect. Naphtha pickaxe. Though this pickaxe does feature an engraving, it picks some sort of naphtha. That's not the pickaxe you're looking for. A Hyaka pickaxe. Heck is engraved the image of a Hyaka I just described. I didn't find my pickaxe. There you go. Jerk. I didn't find my pickaxe. There you go. I'll be damned, this is it. Of course, now the mining thing of the past, I don't think I'll ever need the thing again, but I just realized there might be a way to use the skills I learned as a miner in the cerulean industry. If I ever had a chance to swing a pickaxe in the future, there's none I'd rather turn to my old favorite. Thanks for sticking your neck out and bringing it back to me. Sure. Hey, Kayamina. What's up? Oh, finally. You don't know how good it is to see a friendly face. You can see my face? What's a bit I sent you? God, he's going to dock my pay, isn't he? Well, at least the Roanoke and the wagon made it back. Good thing it all happened after I dropped off the ceruleum, too. Don't want to think about how much the company would charge me after I lost the load. Maybe that's why the beast had... maybe that was what the beast was after. Oh, I didn't tell you about the beast, did I? It was just out of the trailhead when I sprang up on us out of nowhere. Naturally, my neck bolted. Managed to hold it thus far, but I eventually lost my grip and took a dirt bath. Still, could have been worse. At least I didn't break anything. It was you who found me, not the beast. Speaking of which... You didn't see it on your way down, did you? Horrible blue blobby thing. I saw a lot of blue creatures on the way here. Oh, look, it's a horrible blue blobby thing. Right there on the road. Where everyone can see it. It's really freaking obvious. It's right there. Oh, man. Looks awful. Just like that. Oh, gods, it's the beast. It found me. It's a lot more aggressive down by the trailhead, I swear. Why isn't it attacking? Maybe it got everything it wanted to eat. Guess it took one look at you and lost his appetite. Thanks, partner. I lived out here my whole life and never seen anything like that blue blob before. But others have. Heard about it from my fellow tappers. Like cerulean with skin, they said. Start showing their ugly faces a year back, prowling about the wells. They reported to the foreman. They weren't interested. The way they consider it, so long as we got all our limbs attached, the blob's on a threat. They damn well better change their minds about that now. It's not enough that one of their best employees could have been killed. They could have lost a wagon load of ceruleum. Say, Peter, would you come back to the company offices with me? They can't wave it away so easily if the both of us are telling the same story. I mean, I didn't see it attack you, but I did see a blue blob. Thank you kindly. Come on, then. Let's head back to Charlotte Springs. Home at last. For a moment there, I didn't think I'd ever see the old place again. I can tell you right now, I'll take another wagon out until a company tells me exactly what they're going to do to protect their precious employees from these rotten blobs. Are you with me? Sure, why not? All right, so here's the plan. We go to the foreman, Wanasape, the one who sent you to look for me. We tell him everything we know about the blue blob, how it ambushed my wagon and tried with darners to get me in the gullet, and how the mere sight of a formidable warrior like you sent it running for the hills. This got the ear for the overseer, you see, and so long as we can convince him, the company's sure to do something. Sign us an escort at least. I'll head over to the offices and drag Wasape for his desk. Come on, come see us as soon as you get the chance. That wasn't making. Oh, Traveler, thanks for finding Carmena and bringing her back safe. She said you and her had something she wanted to talk to me about. Sure. Go on ahead. That's right. I was on my way back to the trail on a trailhead when I was set upon by a thrice-damned demon. If it hadn't been for Peter here, I'd be drowning in that devilish jelly's belly right now. You see, once upon a time, there was big blue blob, and it attacked me. And then, it left, the end. And you say Peter saw this blue blob, too. Mm-hmm. He did. He's not the only one. Plenty of other trappers around have seen him, too. Prowling about the wells and the wagons. Some even the engineer service in the rigs. He did. You see the connection, don't you? They're nosing around everything, and anyone that smells of ceruleum. Maybe they're attracted to it. Maybe that's why they were attracted to me. Now, sweetheart, you know you're hot as hell. Well, maybe, and if they are, they're aggressive like you say. They're a threat to our workers and can't ignore. Still, there's something about this that don't hold water. Kind of not moving very much. I've heard of these things too, the blue blobs. Keeping track of the sightings. Everyone even made a map of them inside. And you know what I found? Most of the sightings have been around Charlotte Station. Not a single one of them in the mall of Shawshanwa. Now, you know the mall, right? Pits of ceruleum near the rigs. The ones that are always catching light. It's the sunlight set them off, you know. They burn themselves out occasionally, but the next clear day comes around, they're all flame again. Now, what I'm saying is the whole place stinks of ceruleum. Now, how come there's never been a sighting there with all the wagons taking the trail straight through it? How come the one that followed you here took off as soon as it drew near? There's something about the mall that wards them away. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Though it might be the fire, I still don't seem to mind it around the rigs. No, it's got to be something else. Hey, Minnie, I want you to look into this.
Go back to the mall. See if you can figure out what might be keeping them away. You grew up around these parts, right? Perhaps the folks in your old stomping grounds might know something we don't, and be more inclined to share about one of their own, with an outsider. I handle all your portering duties till you get back. You know what the overseer's like. Keep his purse strings tight. Unless we can prove things really are attractive to Sorelli, and the attack on you wasn't just a freak coincidence. He's never going to slump it for a girl or guard every convoy. Understood? You'll get all the proof you need, I promise. Would you mind going with her? Don't worry, I'm not the mob boss. I can spare you an escort fee. Bob's might not like the mall very much, but I seem to have taken a liking to her. Sure, I can help you. Thank you kindly. Take care out there. Come on, Peter, back to the mall. Mm-hmm. All right, Camina. I think it's the closest I ever been to one of these pits. My grandma always told me never go near the mall. She said if I burned myself to a crisp, I only have myself to blame. Hey, it's Sunrose. Duty calls. Let's have a look around this pit. I have one across the way and just under the rig. That's what we're looking for. I suppose we'll know when we find it. Cerulean-rich water. And a pale, softly glowing crystal at the bottom of the cerulean pool. Return to Caimene and show your find. Found a crystal. A crystal, you say? At the bottom of the pool. I found one too. Stubbed my toe on the wretched thing. Guess my grandma was right. Jumping in the mall is dangerous. Thought it was just a rock, albeit a funny colored one. Don't think I've ever seen a stone as wide as this before. Not on these parts anyway. Certainly not two of them. It's almost as if they've been put there deliberately. Yeah, you don't think these crystals might have been keeping the blue blobs away, do you? Could be. Looks like these stones are the only clue we got to go on. Let's go and ask my Grammy if she knows anything about them. Miss Indy, her name is. Lives over by Lower Wassa, the village where I grew up. It's just on the other side of the butt. Come on, stop laughing. And this isn't actually my grandmother, you know. She's one of the village elders who takes her duties more seriously than most. She's always out and about, keeping an eye on everyone, whether they like it or not. Let's split up and try to find her. You take the right side of the main street, and I'll take the left. All right. Oh, man, Miss Eddie. Sure, I seen her. Not long since. One of the village's kids was playing around the fields. She didn't take too kindly to it. Chased him up that street there, saying she was going to go give him a hiding of his life for damaging the crops. Sorry, my ears are still ringing from the chewing out Grandma gave me. I thought I could outrun her. She was too fast.
If you're looking for her, she said she had to call one of the ladies in the village. One thing stopping her dragging me home by the hair. The lady's sister lives up the hill there. She's able to show you where the house is. You're looking for Nessie. She went to see my sister. She's with child, you see. Grandma made a charm for safe birth and wanted to give it to her in person. The house is just back round the corner, under the butte. Perhaps it's under the butt. Well, anyway. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, you found her. Excellent work, Peter. Friend of Carmene's, are you? So she's got you running errands for her, as usual. Whatever you want, make it quick. I got places to be. Just wanted to ask you about these stones, and we found them at the mall, shall I say. I thought you might want to know something about them. Yeah. Fool of a girl. One of the warding stones that keeps the beast from coming back. And you picked it out and brought it here? Are you reckless or just plain stupid? I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to know what it was. And shut your mouth and open your ears. I'm about to tell you the tale of the blue beast. Time was it stalked these lands, a demon of burning blue flame, and would rise up the maw on a moonless night to shriek fiery death across all Shalome. Only when the thirst for destruction was finally sated would it fade to nothing. But evil spirit lives on, dwelling from the underworld, taking the shape of its minions, the devil's droplets, would throw themselves in fiery pits to summon up their master once more. Our ancestors knew that whatever these thrice-damned things appeared, it was only a matter of time before the blue beast rose again. Till the young miner from the village made a discovery that would change our fate forever. Found strange pale ore in your Waker Canyon. Seemed to drive the droplets away. A stone in each pit, and that was the last we ever saw of the beast. But the last I ever would see of it. And then you decided to get in your stupid head to go paddling around a pool of hellfire and run away with the damn thing that's keeping us safe. You gonna put those stones back where you found them this instant, and I'll think about sparing you the lash. God's my poor heart. If they are so important, she could have told me about them before now. Well, better late than never, I suppose. After hearing all that, you think what I'm thinking? Stones like these are just what we need to keep the blue blobs away. Right, assuming the devil's droplets you mentioned, or the blue blobs by another name, we use the stones like these to ward them off. Only started seeing the blue blobs a few years back, right around the time the ceruleum drilling business took off. Maybe that's what summoned them up from underground, the sound of the drills stirring their master from his slumber. They need to throw themselves into the burning ceruleum to summon their master, but with the stones keeping them away from the maw, they're searching for it elsewhere. That explains why I keep seeing them around the wells in the plant. They're following the scent of ceruleum, like we thought, and as soon as they find the blue flames, like a blue fire stacks on top of the rigs or the tools of the engineer servicing the processing plant, they'll summon up their evil master once more. The son of the master once more. We need to get these stones back in the pit. Fast. That we do. First things first, we need to get these crystals back in the mall as quick as we can. Right now, there's nothing stopping those blobs from jumping into the pits and bringing back the master. Oh, I'm such a fool. Granny always told me I was stupid to go anywhere near the pit, the mall of Sasawa. She was right. If anyone gets hurt, it'll be my fault. We gotta hurry. Oh, Peter, we came back just in time. I thought was suddenly being attacked by one of those things. They ran off as soon as I arrived. Must have been a stone in my pocket. You're getting bolder, Peter. We need to do away with them before they can hurt anyone else. You go after them. I'll get Wasabi back to the springs. See what I see. So here we are. Destroyed the Ceroriums. You got him? Oh, thank you, Peter. There you are. Thank you, both of you. You saved my life. I was done with Coleman's delivery, so I thought I'd take a look around the mall myself. See if I could find what was keeping the blue blobs away. Turned out the answer was nothing. Fought them off as best I could. It was 3 against 1. If it weren't for you, I'd be a dead man. You're wrong. The only reason they attacked you is because of us. Because of me. See, the thing is, there was a big rock that was in the middle of each of these pits. And that's what's keeping them away. We need to get more of them rocks. So that's how it was, old stone and old magic. Yeah, the stone's the only thing keeping them from the pits, and I'm sorry, I took one away. You weren't to know. But now we do. The question is, what are we going to do about it? We know the blobs are attracted to burning ceruleum, and we know they're dangerous. We also know they're going nowhere near the kind of stones you and Peter found in the pits. That to me adds up to a plan, providing we can get our hands on more of them. Grammy said the stones were mined from the Walker Canyon. If there are any more in there, we can dig them out and place them around the town as barriers for the blobs. All right, you head down to the canyon and see what you can find. I'll keep covering the deliveries till you get back. Luck be with you.
All right, see ya.
Next stop, the canyon. If we can find a scene of this stuff, we can finally get our people safe. Speaking of, hope you don't mind coming with me again. I'm a tapper, not a fighter. There's a lot of open desert between here and there.
Sure.
There's the office of the Ceruleum Refinery. An important meeting is taking place right now, so I can't let you in. Sorry. Ah, there you are. You ready to go? The Colonel's camp's to the south of town near Lower Wusa. Remember, we're looking for more of that stone we found in civilian pits, understood?
Sure.
All right, then, let's head out. Now well fed. Thanks for the help, traveler. My colleague got this back just a few moments ago. Engineer you spoke with, she's Tawatawan like me. Those of us who call the plains home, Mount Luwasala is a place of comfort. From that vantage point, my ancestors convened with the winds and the lands themselves. Perhaps my colleague was doing much the same. At any rate, she seemed bright-eyed and eager when she got back. Anyway, I ought to get back to my duties. Good luck out there on the road. Thanks to Estinian, there are no casualties to speak of in Charlana. The Sorrel are always safe as well. At the very least, there are no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? I was composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the bird proved fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. And how are we supposed to get inside it? As Earl John and his army emerged from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? Just so happens we might have an inkling where one is. These are the engineers of Shak Tural Railing, which operates the train between Shaloni and Yasola. Then we went out to recover the train. We had ourselves a look at the dome through a telescope. Then we saw a large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. They're telling us that part of it is inside and part of it is outside. Seemed to be the case, yeah. Well, I only observed it from afar. The soldiers coming in and going from it. From that, I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. As you might expect, the area is heavily defended. Won't be easy to get near it. Don't know what became of the passengers who went through Yosemite. Uklamat's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only those passengers who are headed back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yosemite. But when the big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back, and all I could see was dome. What's more, the fortress set back at the track of all places. What are the odds of that, huh?
Assuming this fortress serves the means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected.
I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually gave this some thought. Zoro Jaw wants me to prove that I'm my father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Torilalal. By charging in head-on, I'll make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan is no good if you're cut down before reaching the base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick and break through their defenses in a single decisive blow, and we have just that. Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she can carry, and send her hurling at it to explode on impact. That's not a good idea at all. Chief, have you gone insane? You just say now relieved you where the train's in one piece, and now you want to turn it into a bomb? The train's not important. Our dream is to have the railroads running from coast to coast, remember. These invaders have their way. There may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? The sacrifice we gotta make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside the dome and put a stop to all this. Least we can do is help them. But Chief. Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fail, we can always get back up. As long as we are alive, we can always build another train. So have faith and quit your complaining. Is it really that hard? No getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on the train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, it'll be a one-way trip. So we'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You all right with that? Huh. That's not changing our mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, honey. We'll keep your wife safe, we promise. I'll hold you to it. Can't start a family business without her, much less a family. Maybe a lie to say the loss of that trade doesn't concern me. But if the good friends and my loving wife beside me, that's all I really need in the end. Well, at least we'll go down as a legendary train that saved Tyrrell. That it will. First we gotta get to work and... First we gotta get to work and do... First we got work to do, so she'll look the part. Time to make a bomb. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Well, keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems there's a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tui Lalara and inform Kawana of the situation.
I should return as well. I have new investigations to pursue.
Uh-huh.
The term's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate of the Golden City. We can identify a connection. We may learn something of use of our flight.
That's one. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Had to get the voice in my head so I could do it. Ah, we have our plan. Now let's finish this train and blast our way into the station. Oh, Mamiko's safe. Even after only having just met them, I can see how important this train is to our Luca and engineers. We cannot let their sacrifice be for nothing. Well, I have no objections to the plan itself. I have one concern. How can we be certain Zerul does not strike Turi Lalal in retaliation? I considered that a possibility. But when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Turi Lalal, and I'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength.
Indeed. If anything, he's more likely to pull Tullalal in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Zerul Jah, at least until Tullalal has showed up his defenses.
Right. We'll charge in the front and keep his eyes on us. During which time Kawana will find a way to fortify Tullalal. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there'll be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all we can in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. Quest accepted. Looks like work's getting underway. We'll finish it in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, two of you need met your fair share of craftsmen during the rite of succession. We happen to know if you would be willing to come and help us complete modifications to the train. Of course. What sort of craftsmen do you have in mind? Well, let me see now.
Yeah, I want to punch it. Punching helps, right?
Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the trade safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard to fend it off, it'll be over in an instant if they manage to get just one good hit on the Cerulean tracks. According to eyewitnesses, the soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so I have a mind to install grounding rods. If you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that.
Who could ask Wook Evil?
Master Carpenter from Makona, yeah. Well, if they're willing, we'll be glad to have them. No objection from me. Just be sure not to forget their traditional greeting. We'll need more than just a carpenter if we want to get this done in a timely fashion. We've got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know if anyone else has a task.
Perhaps some murmur could help.
Samara would be perfect. Be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than Yakhoi. I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with a Yakhoi? Oh, I'll be damned. I'm not one for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We need countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I, for one, cannot use magic, nor am I handy with a firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use?
Let's borrow guns from Kawana for everyone.
Guns, huh? That'd be a suitable theory. Makes no ordinary marksman to hit a flying target. It needs something that doesn't require that level of skill and precision. But weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I could be of assistance. The Christian employed authentic cannons for their defences. I see no reason why the designs cannot be adapted for your train. While I did not conceive them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided that the requisite materials and skilled smiths are available. Now that sounds like something Fonjontaine could help with. What are the materials we need? The barrel can be fashioned with any metal as long as it's highly conductive to aether. The power of the cannon will require fire-aspected crystals from the highest purity. Fire crystals. Fire crystals, huh? Might be the miners over at Springs can help with that. Well, then if I could leave the crystals and the smiths in everyone's hands, I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure the smiths.
In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shen's in charge of the supplies, so it'd be good to talk to him about it first.
Sure.
Well, I think we're just about set up with a plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now just get this train dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves.
Sure.
So I think someone, like, added me, like, at the beginning of that cutscene. Ah, there we go. The plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some help from among our friends back in Dawntrail. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shiza over at the southeast. Okay. Uh,
Alright, let's get back to actually getting work done here. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry, I didn't even see the thing. I was trying to talk to this guy over here again. Ferric cannons, interesting. I have an idea we can get the conductive material. I'll take care of that. I'm not sure about the fire crystals, though. Might be best if you spoke directly to a miner. Can I leave that to you? Oh, yeah, sure. Great. You're friends with Ziade, aren't you? One of the best miners around. If anyone can get you the crystals you're after, it's her. There we go.
Peter, what brings you around these parts? Just trying to do stuff. I've already forgotten. I've been getting distracted by all the chats everywhere. The purest fire crystals, you say. I hear they tell about it before. What's that all about? Now I remember. Cyril and Alice. You can find them in the south of town. They're actually just fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe that. If you want the purest crystals, though, you'll have to go after the oldest, toughest of all this. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why Ironville thinks so highly of you. All right.
Keep doing that. Alright, well, maybe we can get it this time. And if not, I'll just give up and switch to like Astrologian or something.
Hey there, Yeti. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. I think it's due to the cerulean, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often you see the bigger dominating sort, and that's what you need. What you'll need to do to hunt them down is a few of their kind. Establish yourself as a threat. That's known to draw out the leader. I've done that before. That's the spirit. When you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure none of helpless travelers come stumbling in.
Okay, this makes 93, then I'll definitely know that this is on the right level, and if not, it'll be 96, 97, or 96, 97. So, sounds good. Perhaps you better luck to the south. Yeah, level 96 and 97. There's no way as an archer. Blazing, so that has to be done as an actual device. Okay. North where we go. Eat some tacos before we go back into this. Really? Got him. Ugh. I'm trying to get that one forever. Glad to see you're all in one piece. Got any snake bites to show me? All over. They've totally murdered me. If you look at that, must have belonged to a real whopper. Reckon they could even use this to make antivenom. If someone gets themselves bit, might even save their life. You know, I almost hate to say this, but if there's any more of that snake out there, we could sell the skin for leather. And even eat its meat, which is surprisingly tasty. It might even end up being a good source of revenue for the company. I'd better hurry, though. The desert critters will leave me with nothing but bones. Thank you for the help. Paula tender. The nope, Paula tender. Get him, Birdie. Okay, that won't work. You know what? Just for giggles, I want to see what happens with the Mandeville Index against this thing. There's a non-zero chance that we'll be able to beat this thing with the Mandeville Index. Whip out my Death Star later. Got him. That's funny. Amazing, hit it with a beast in no time at all. Now you're being attacked. Even more amazing. Amazing, you did it with the beast in no time at all. If the crystal's delivered to Shinza, I'll see that he gets it. Here's a clear fire crystal. The fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such great lengths to stop these invaders. I know he'll grumble if you know about asking this. Please take care of Elishapa. Anyway, I'd best be on my way. And you as well. I'm glad you're going to meet her. I saw Wokalamat heading for the station. Grab some of the rocks in here. Hopefully get us closer to the society quest. The Warden stones are a lot paler and more crystalline than the rest of the rock around here. Let's split up and give me a shot if you find anything that looks like the stuff we found in the pits.
2 a.m. should be the best place to look for things. The best time of day for looking for things, I mean. "2 a.m. inside of a canyon.
Interestingly shaped stone, one with pile, catches your attention, but alas, there's nothing pale nor shiny about it.
A rock scene.
The sandstone wall is made of layers of 100 hues, red, ochre, and gold. Last then is quite the same shade as the warding stone. You can tell in the middle of the night. Bleached bones? Surely not. You pull one of the bones from the sand, and the chunk breaks off. A surprisingly heavy, surprisingly crystalline chunk, whose resemblance to the stone you found in the Maw of Shashin is unmistakable.
Fossilized bones.
Well, you saw, I looked and looked, and I can't see all I see is sand. Well, that and sandstone. Do you have any better luck?
Yeah, I got some bones. Fossilized bones.
This is it. This is the same stuff as the warding stone. Where'd you find it?
Oh, it's in those bones over there.
A bone, you see. I remember my Grammy telling me something about like that. She said that when an animal dies in the desert and its bones are swallowed by the sand, they take on an aspect of earth below, gradually turning into stone. But it's a great beast, a powerful beast. It's the earth that takes on the animal's aspect instead. And the sands around it become imbued with the aether. That must be the blue blob staying away from the Maw of Sasena. They can sense the beast whose bones they once were, and they're afraid of it.
Sure, why not?
If we want to keep all our operations safe, we're going to need a lot more stones than this. It's going to be taking a lot more digging. If the Overseer's not willing to pay for a few guards, that'll give us the guild to open up a whole new dig site.
If it's skill you need, I know someone who might be able to lend it to you.
You do? Well, friends in high places, huh? Suppose you make a lot of them in your line of business, helping folks out as you do. Anyone I know?
Well, yeah, there's a guy who's giving money out for people for no reason.
That account with the money lender. I know him, if only by reputation, but what a reputation it is. Let's head over to Hoswai and ask if he can help. Oh, the computer fell asleep. get this vista. Situated in the Charlotte Trailhead, the settlement was originally built as a supply depot to facilitate the exploration and development of the Charlotte wilderness. As time passed, however, a new saloon and other entertainments drew the local cerulean miners, and within a few short years, the depot has become a thriving trading post.
Peter, it's so good to see you again. Can I buy you a drink? Actually, I need your help. We need some money so we can dig up some bones to save the cerulean operations. If you prefer mine, well, the least I could do is hear you out after all you did for me. Your friend's downstairs, you say. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's talk some business. Whee! So if I understand the situation correctly, Kayamena here needs to mine fossilized beast bones, but her management's too tight to foot the bill. All right, then. Let's go and have a little talk with this overseer of yours. See if we can come to some arrangement. Really? You don't need to hear anything more? More's there to hear. If Peter vouches for you, that's good enough for me. I owe him a debt, and I mean to pay it. Besides, the proposal of yours sounds like it would be a benefit to the whole of the wilds. Thank you. In any case, let's head over to the spring right away. You too, Peter. Just in time. Well, the minute's going to fetch the overseer. He'll be out in a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. I'm Thomas Demmer, the man in charge of cerulean operations around these parts. I understand you have a proposition for me. Yes, sir, we do. It's about the beasts that have been prowling around the plants. Mm-hmm. You see, they run away from these little rocks where we find them bones that are buried in the ground. We figure we can set them around when we want to have a cerulean operation to keep the cerulean beasts from blowing anything up. And you're sure these stones really do ward off the blue blobs away. How do we know the old legend you're basing everything on isn't just idle talk? They do, sir, I'm sure of it. 3 of these things had me cornered till Kamiana came showing up holding one of these stones, and they were afraid, and not of her. There's no doubt in my mind, if we can mine more of this stuff and scatter it around the cerulean works, just like her ancestors did with the mall, we can keep that whole operation safe. Well, if there's any operation left to keep safe, already in deep with the banks of the new rig and the plant refit. Until production ramps up, but what are we going to do with the guild to open up this old new dig site? I believe that's where I come in. I'm sorry, you are... Doesn't care. Well,
Moneylender by trade, working for Salvatore. Your colleagues told me the difficulties they've been having with these blue blobs. While they've only been sighted around Sweaty Springs thus far, I'm of a firm belief they could soon pose a threat to all our Charlotte, eh? After all, if these creatures are attracted to the scent of burning ceruleum, isn't only your wells that are in danger. Station 2 could find itself under attack. Instead, I confirmed with one of my clients who worked on the railroad that creatures fitting the description I gave him are being sighted along the tracks. So you see, I have a personal stake in all this. I would be more than willing to lend you what funds you needed to put your little colleague's plans into action, and in terms you don't interfere with the daily running of your company, naturally. Unless you forget, two of your workers have already been attacked. If assuring the survival of your company is your primary concern, as I agree it must be, I urge you to act now. Please, sir, I don't want to lose my life or my job. How much do I pay you, Cayman? Clearly isn't anywhere near enough. I asked you to drive your wagon for us, and you come back with a plan to save the whole damn wilds. Offer accepted. Let's get these bones out of the ground and keep our people safe. As the sun rises. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Mm-hmm. Why, Spenny, Cayman, you're a porter and do this. I'll put you in charge of this project. Master Kirikawa, if you wouldn't mind stepping inside my office for a moment, we can discuss the terms of this loan. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yep, off I go. Look, this is where we part ways. Farewell for now, my friend. This may go some way in repaying the debt I owe you, but I still consider myself to be well in arrears. If there's anything else I can do for you, you know where to find me. Right, see ya. I should probably join them, but before I do, I wanted to thank you again. If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened. There's still a lot of dangers out there in the wilds. Some we know about, a lot we don't, but bit by bit, we're overcoming the obstacles they throw before us. With a little help from folk like you, I know that one day we'll make this place a place where people not just survive, but thrive. Mm-hmm. Well, see you. Turning in these cleaning supplies before I end for the day. Got about 20 minutes left. Shenza told me you got the crystals for him. Good luck. I've just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for when they arrive. Damn it, I'm out for a moment, and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Aaronville. We'll be on our way soon, and we will find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. There's still so much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ear off. Once my mother starts, there is no stopping her. Sorry. Well, she'll talk your ear off. Once my mother stops, there's no stopping her. There we go. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right, let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. Thanks for helping me make the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tully-Lal, I've been wondering if there's aught I could do to help. So I heard about the upcoming operation from Vao Koana. I let it a chance to do my part. Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe.
While we assist with the efforts here, High Luminary go forward does the same at the capital.
I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we cannot accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Yes, let's get to it. All right, let's take care of it. Where's that music coming from? We can make this train into a bomb. Captain's Walk. Nice. All right, everyone, that'll do it. A mobile suit bombed them. Bombed them. Bombed them. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons. And have yourselves a hard-earned rest. Thank you again for answering the call. No need of thanks now. Whenever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed. We must all do our part for the nations imperiled. Sephiroth agreed. Hear, hear. We love Tural, and we love you. Vao Lamat. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill is not in vain. This I promise. Thank you again for your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Go and rest up, my friend. Won't be long for the train's ready. Freebird, Shalani. From here on out, you won't be working until the train's ready. You won't stop working until the train's ready. If you've got any preparations, that'll be a good time to see to them. The boarding call will be here before you know it. I took care of everything else. I'm going to get Sam's nest.
Okay.
Wait for the engineers to finish working on the train? Yep. Got about 14 minutes left of the stream. Probably attune to the next crystal, turn in the engine, turn in the botany thing, and that'll probably be all the time right there.
We're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Finished at last! Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
That's the best looking mobile bomb I've ever seen.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's a shame you have to blow her up. She's actually beautiful.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
Not the fireworks.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Quite.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
Let's go get it.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Vanish!
Oh no, I can't see anybody. Training.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Here we go. Stand fast, everyone!
They stand a little slower.
They switched to firearms!
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
Erinville, I need you to take over for me.
End of the line, everyone!
Louis. Shades of Valkyria Chronicles.
That was too close. Still alive, Erinville?
Mostly.
Yeah, it went pretty well.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Right.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Sounds important.
So this is going to be a duty or an area? The duty. Vanguard. So that'll be the first thing we do on Sunday after we get all of the side stuff out of the way. Okay. Switch to botanist to get this last thing finished, and that should be it. Apologies about my sister's less than friendly attitude. Nevertheless, she has made an order, and it's our duty to fulfill it. Excellent work, Peter. Although I shouldn't be surprised. I admit I'm half tempted to keep this delivery for myself, but alas, Ovlo should return soon, and then we can get everything in together to send to my sister. Everything seems to be in order, and all of my standards. Thank you both once again. Oh yeah. You said these cleanse your homes. How exactly? Do they keep insects away, or perhaps they keep the floors clean? And they do serve such purposes, but more importantly, they're essential to uphold Chateau customs. Even among those of us living in cities, keeping in harmony with nature is of the utmost importance. Well, that's true. All things breathe the energy of life. The earth, the sea, the rivers, the forests, the rain, the trees, the winds, the sun. Every animal that walks, swims, or flies is beholden to this energy. By tuning ourselves with its flow and availing ourselves of its blessing, we become part of it, and thus a part of every living thing under the heavens. And so, when we choose a place to live, we do our best to keep things as they are. Yep. We fell trees only when absolutely necessary, or else live in the natural shelter of caves. Some of our small settlements even make use of buildings abandoned by other peoples. That sounds about right. Of course, the Chateau are not a monolith, and since the Dawn servants united Tyrell, many have come to hold different values to their ancestors. Nowadays, Chateau are not an uncommon sight, even in the metropolis, like Tyrell. Some even consider embracing changes to be part of nature's flow. However, no small number of city-dwelling Chateau feel an absolutely unbearable sense of suffocation when inside these cramped buildings. I suppose these supplies are a way of allowing nature's blessing into your homes and maintaining your connection to its cycle. Yeah, exactly. Sacred Sage is native to the wilderness of Salatona, and it's purported to be closely linked to the greater power flowing around us, which lends its potent cleansing properties. The Nel Huepe feeds several bodies of water, Lake Towery amongst them. Such water passes through countless valleys and under vast reaches of sky and connects us to its unfathomable journey. Apiota lived near those waters for some time, in fact. After her children set off on their own journeys, she settled down in Chiyoloa with a new family, but she still maintains a strong connection with the natural energies she was once surrounded by. So we'd best not keep her waiting, eh? I would go myself, but I've enough of her scoldings for one day. Could you go in my stead, Piotr? You can expect a satisfactory reward for your troubles. I promise.
Sure, I can do it.
Of course. You can make your deliveries and deliver the requested items. Esteem level increased. Shunye is now considered a gifted gatherer. Shunye is overjoyed by your efforts and now considers you a gifted gatherer. New quest continuing the story of Shunye's apothecary is now available. Upon its completion, though, your Baekchi deliveries list for Shunye will be updated. That is putting together a Poya's delivery. Please, be careful with it. She lives in the Resplendent Quarter. Here, I marked it on your map. Master Shunye, I should go along with Peter with your permission. Consider it a diversion from my work. You've been urging me to take time to relax after all. I have a strange idea of relaxation, but I see no reason to object. Very well, you both can deliver this package to my sister. Apologies for the imposition, Peter. Let's depart at once.
No, it's Yoda. What's up? Oh, you two. You say it's my brother's shop, yes? I take it he asked you to deliver my order. Yes, here you go. Yes, everything's here. I must say these materials are of higher quality than I've come to expect. My brother has had a good struck of fortune with you two, it seems. I apologize for my conduct before. It was unbecoming of me, and I hope to make amends. But above all else, please help my brother succeed in his endeavors. You appeared rather unsupportive earlier. I was under the impression you wished you would quit his job and leave the city. Why? Surely life here is not so terrible a prospect. I thought you were something different. I thought there was something different about you. You don't hail from Tyrol, do you? No, me neither. And neither do you, for that matter. My people value living in harmony with nature above all, and settle only where their harmony can't be disrupted. In small villages, usually. They're built and maintained by our women. The men travel from village to village, fostering our bonds with one another. Our families are built upon the relationship between parent and child. When a child is born, their mother and father become inextricably bound to each other as well. Mothers live with their children until they become independent, while fathers continue to travel. As the seasons turn, the men visit their families in each village they pass through. Although our time together is fleeting, it's always precious. We talk until the small hours of the morning, sharing all that has happened since last we met. The fathers tell us about the other villages there, and it makes our small settlements feel so much larger. Although there's no place we can point to as a home of the Chateau, we're connected in this way like the roots of a giant tree. Isn't it incredible we lead such different lives? Even so, there are shades of similarity. I take it Shunya did not always live in Toyota then. He used to travel the land as well. The bond with his first family was formed in a small village to the north among the tall mountains. Yet not long after his departure one season, the village was suddenly destroyed and none survived. Well, that's awful. Oh. No one knows exactly what happened, but those who saw the aftermath said that nothing but scarred and scorched earth remained. It was a terrible sight. Since that day, Shunya ceased to travel. For 50 years, he's lived in this city, all alone. 50 years. Well, that means... How many winters has Shunya seen exactly? He was born shortly after the formation of Toyota. That'd make him 80 or so, I suppose. Ugh. 80. By this time I'd been a fool. His nature was so amiable, I thought him to be the same age as I. How could he forgive my utter rudeness, prying into his past without paying him the proper respects? I must apologize to save my honor and my life. How old are you, Ovlo? I have seen but 32 winters, a babe compared to Shunya. You should know as well that any of the elders must be paid the utmost respect. The men who forget to do this will not live to become elders themselves. I must make amends with Shunya. You are his sister. Please, tell me what I can give him. I don't think Shunya cares, but you seem quite insistent, so perhaps you could sell in his... Perhaps something you could sell in his apothecary? A fellow friend of mine told me that in the highlands of Earth-Bacha, one can find many rare plants and minerals, flowers that bloom but once in many moons, and emeralds with enchanting patterns, and more besides. A brilliant idea. I shall report to Earth-Bacha at once and collect the finest items I can. Peter, I must request your aid. Well, the burden of shame is solely mine to bear. I feel that I alone cannot gather enough items to make for the magnitude of my disrespect. Will you agree, please? You would be my savior. Sure. Thank you, Peter. I shall leave at once. Let us meet again at the apothecary to deliver my offering. Larbato. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop here and figure out what this stuff is and collect it off stream. We'll do this early on Sunday. So thank you so much for watching. I will be off tomorrow, and I'll be back on Sunday morning. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.